Hey everyone, I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. I thought I would do something that most gurus, most coaches, most consultants don't do, which is literally play you back one of my sales calls. I just did it 10 minutes ago, 3:30 over the phone for our 6-week fitness fundamental program in our gym. Now, I blasted through this call, and once you've done as much sales as I have, you can go off script, you can just get little bits and pieces here and there and push them into the sale. So typically how I teach my clients to sell, I wouldn't necessarily do it this way, but I just would, let's get through it. So let's listen along together. And as I mentioned, at the end, there was a nasty turn on this call, and this would derail 99.999999% of Fit Pros. Watch me overcome it in 30 seconds, and it will help you for the rest of your life. So let's listen along.
Haven't really done much, so I thought, need to get back into it.
Okay. And how are your kids?
They're 2 and 4.
2 and 4. So between children, were we very active, or were we too busy being a mum and having another one?
So here I'm in a situation where I'm just trying to gather as much information as possible. She's had 2 kids, and I need to work out, has she trained in between kids and has she trained prior to kids? I like to find out whether they have worked with a trainer before or in a group program before, because I know they paid that 50, 60-ish a week mark.
Well, we moved away and I wasn't very motivated.
That's okay. And how about before kids? Like, what were you doing, Mary?
I couldn't really do much. I played netball and I go running.
Okay. And are you still playing netball?
So she plays netball, and she still considers herself a beginner. That's why I love targeting beginners fitness fundamental program, because it does not mean you're getting everyone off the couch. You're getting people that just haven't trained in a gym for a little bit.
Are you still running every now and again?
I play netball. I don't really do anything else at the moment though.
Okay, awesome. And are you indoor, outdoor, a couple of times a week? What's the frequency of your netball?
Just outdoor on Saturday.
Awesome, fantastic. And I guess, when you booked a call today, what sparked your interest, and what do you feel like you need to get back on track?
That's my favorite question on any sale call. What sparked your interest? If you ask it the right way, with the right tone, pausing, skeptical, curious, quite often they give you exactly what you need to make the sale.
I just need
Motivation.
She needs motivation, and we offer personal training. We're a match made in heaven.
So just someone to tap you on the butt and get you in the front door. Yeah, cool.
I'm good at excuses.
Yeah, and that's okay. It can be tough, right? Like, the majority of the women in our program are mums in their...
So she hasn't trained for a while. She's never been to a gym before. There's probably going to be some fear around, is this too hard for me? What if I look silly? What if I embarrass myself? And right here, I'm just overcoming that fear.
30s and 40s, and just we have a kids area for that reason. It can be difficult when you just pour your heart out into everyone else, and then
the mum that pours her heart out into everyone else leaves nothing for herself in the tank. What mum wouldn't resonate with that? She thinks, I do understand her.
The day you got nothing left for yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, Mary, have you worked with a trainer in the past, or have you been a member of a small group training gym previously?
No, I've never been to a gym.
First time ever. First time ever.
Yeah.
Well, Mary Jane, I can fully understand that you're probably a bit nervous when you first come in, a bit apprehensive. The whole purpose of our fitness fundamental program, and
once again, overcoming the fear around she's never been to a gym before. So you're in her shoes. She's had 2 kids, isn't training. How would she feel coming into a gym?
Our beginner programs is to help you make that first step.
Yeah.
Right, so we have women in our gym that aren't.
By the way, there's one person watching. Comment below, like it, let me know you're there. I can't see who it is. I just know that one person's on.
Netball that aren't running, that I promise you are going to be in a lot worse shape than you. Don't get me wrong, the first session is going to be challenging, but it's going to be fun. But I can assure you, whether you're the least fittest person in Newcastle or the fittest, our job is just to start you off nice and slow and really integrate you into our class, because if we flog you the first session or it's too hard, you're never going to come back.
One of the best ways to overcome someone's fear is almost make a joke about the opposite end. Imagine you come in and we flog you and you never come back. We don't want that, do you? So I love using extreme analogies to help overcome someone's fear.
Right, so over the 6 weeks, we just want to really build up your fitness and just build some confidence that, hey, like you can do this.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Build some confidence you can do this. Women that haven't trained for a while, that aren't in the best shape, they often lack belief that it's still possible.
Cool. And Mary, we can of course help you get fitter, help you stay motivated, help you be accountable, but a huge component is that motivation component and the accountability. So like, why is it so important that we do get you back on track?
Why is it so important that we do, I pause, like skeptical?
And get back to your old self.
Oh, I just need to get going.
I need to get going. I need to get going. Do you think this person's going to be hard to close? Like, she needs to get going. She needs a motivation. And I've just asked questions.
My husband also, he just started a gym and he's like, kind of like started it off that we need to do something. So
Okay.
time to myself without the kids too would be nice.
Yeah, of course. And just curious, like your husband got started with a group gym, or what's your partner doing?
He's just signed up to the Air Locker.
Air Locker is a chain in Newcastle. It's quite popular, but it's really F45. And I mean that in a good way. Like, it is early 20s, mirrors, RGB lights, not the typical place that a mum would walk into.
At Edgeworth.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That kind of gym is not for me, I don't think.
Yeah, so like I know Romy, the owner. I love Air Locker. I love F40. I love all gyms.
I never put shit on other gyms.
But to be honest, we created that gym to be the opposite of them.
Yeah.
So there's no mirrors, there's no Lorna Jane, we're not taking reels, there's none of that bullshit. It's just a bunch
Such a powerful thing. We're just a bunch of women that want to feel better about themselves.
of nice.
We're a crop top.
You don't, no. It's just a bunch of nice women that want to feel better about themselves.
She's laughing, I'm laughing, there's so much rapport built, and once again, all I've done is ask questions.
And that can mean vastly different things to different people. And once again, what you said then is just so important. Just some time to yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. So looking at it,
I often repeat back their goals and what they want. I think it really helps them feel heard and understood. Now, in this why, I could have went much deeper. What does feel like your old self mean? How will that time impact you if you have it to yourself? But once again, I knew where this was going.
timetable, we run sessions all day long. Would you be looking at early morning, mid-morning, afternoon? What would work better for you?
Probably the early morning or late afternoon.
One more thing too, when I'm selling to women over the age of 40 and 50 that want to lose 20, 30, 40, 50 kilos, we definitely use the cost of inaction. So what happens if you don't achieve your goal? But for people under the age of 40, especially like 35 and 30s, they don't really have that massive goal. There is no big cost of inaction, and they just want to get moving again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, the good thing is that you can mix and match, right? So you're not locked in. So realistically, whether it's morning, mid-morning, or afternoon, it's no problems to us. But I would make a suggestion. Whenever you can come in the morning, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well,
So once again, like, I am so conversational, using a bunch of tone. Whenever you can, come in the morning. Like, I am the opposite from what you think a salesperson would sound like.
based on what you said, Marianne, like, I do feel like we can help you. I'd like to run you through how our 6-week fundamental program works in more detail. Is that okay?
I'm asking for permission to pitch, not just shoving it down her throat. She says yes, then I can go to town.
Are you there, Marianne?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I was just saying, if it's okay with you, I'd like to run you through how our 6-week program works in more detail. Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, cool. So the cost of our program is simple. It's $55 per week, so it's $330 for the 6 weeks. Now, there is no obligation to continue after. I want to make sure that we're a good fit for each other. Now, what the 6-week challenge includes is access to unlimited sessions. You can train 5 days a week if you like, but I do recommend people starting at that 2 to 3 mark. We find 3 is the sweet spot for most people. Because whatever we start together, Mary, I want this to be something that is sustainable for a long, long period of time where you can see yourself.
So I'm seeing it's a long-term commitment, 3 a week. I don't care what anyone says, it is the magic number. Not to mention, when you got lots of members and your gym's packed out, you don't want people coming 5 days a week. 3 times is great.
Doing it forever. This isn't the flog yourself for 5 days a week for 6 weeks, lose 10 kilos and never come back, right? So we do want to create some sustainable changes. And we want to set you up for success. And I do think 3 is the magic number, right? Because we're going to have weeks where you struggle and come twice. And then we're going to have weeks that you come 4 days a week. Over the fortnight, we come 6 times. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and our most successful members over 10 years, they average around that 3 to 4 mark. Okay?
Yeah.
The reason why I love 3 to 4 too is they think sometimes it's 6 days a week chicken and broccoli. All of a sudden I've adjusted their expectation. This is going to be easy. This is going to be enjoyable.
Now, the second core pillar is we can definitely help you with nutrition too, right? Whether that is a plan from scratch, whether that is just some recipes, some things for you to follow, quick and easy snacks for you to have at home. It really depends on like what you're doing.
My pitch is different for every person. So things you can have at home, quick and easy with your family. She's a mother or two.
Goals and where you're at in terms of weight loss and body composition. But what we have found is once you start exercising, naturally, your food just improves overall too. Right? So we often find that if you exercise, the first thing you do when you go home is have some...
We have all these guides, all these recipe books, everything we could give her. But it's true. People start moving more. They start eating better. In the first 6 weeks, we don't want to overwhelm them.
Be healthy. And then it really is downhill from there. Yeah, but we can get more specific than you do. Now, the third piece is what you mentioned before. I think it is the most important piece, and that's just access to that one-on-one accountability outside of the gym, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to annoy the shit out of you for 6 weeks. And I mean that in the best possible.
So much rapport built in 6 minutes because I haven't spoke about myself once.
Right? Like it's really simple. Like if you're booked in for a session, Monday morning, for example, you're going to text on Sunday saying, "Hey, Mary, we'll see you first thing in the morning."
Yeah, cool.
Right? And then how was the first session? How's your body feeling? Like when's your next session going to be? If you miss a session, we check in. And the whole purpose of the 6 weeks is just to get your butt through that front door 3 days a week for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if we can...
I don't need to know anything about your gym and I can sell your gym because notice, key component, I haven't mentioned one thing about equipment. I haven't mentioned one thing about what we actually do in the gym. The 3 core pillars, 3 times a week, enjoyable, accountable.
We can do that together. I know by the end of 6 weeks you're going to feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to get back to, right? To get you back to how you felt pre-kids. And also just, you don't get motivated before you start. It's once you start feeling better. And
I love that line. Like, you don't get motivated before you start. Once you start, you get motivated. So at the end of the core, they say, I have no motivation. I've already kind of overcome that. Like, hey, let's get your butt in the door and we'll fix that later.
Really is our goal, to get you to the point where you feel amazing, you have time for yourself, and you can see yourself getting back to, I guess, how you felt before you had your 2 kids.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that all kind of make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Just clarifying, she understands.
awesome, cool. And do you think that type of structured program for the 6 weeks could help you get to your goal?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
I'm going to repeat that. I've said this many times for the fans at home.
That really is our goal, is to get you to the point where you feel amazing, you have time for yourself, and you can see yourself getting back to, I guess, how you felt before you had your 2 kids.
Yeah.
Cool. Does that all kind of make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And do you think that type of structured program for the 6 weeks could help you get to your goal?
Yeah, absolutely. I think once I start, I just need.
So I didn't even finish the sentence. Could help you. Yeah. I just need to start. That is the power of tone. That is the power of pausing when used correctly. I didn't finish the sentence and she jumped down. Yes, I have to do it. Right? And once again, I said nothing about the program. I've just asked questions.
Start, I think.
100%, right? And just first session, not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to
Who says that? First session isn't going to be pretty. I'm not a salesperson.
surprise yourself. The fact that you're playing netball, we've had people come in that need to lose 20, 30, 40 kilos, right? So by the second week, you're going to feel great. And then once you start seeing changes in your body, that is when you get really motivated.
I keep going back to that because her only fear for me, her only objection that I thought I could get was I need to think about it because I'm not sure if it's for me. So I just kept reassuring, hey, you can do this.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome.
I don't really, losing weight isn't really my, I'm pretty little anyway. I'm just so.
I'd argue this is actually a tough call. So she's little, no weight to lose, hasn't trained to a gym before. This is not an easy sale.
Quite fit.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at me and they're like, no, you don't need to exercise. I'm like, no, I definitely do.
Yeah. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Fitness is based around getting healthy, moving better, but I think, and what you mentioned too, is just getting time to yourself.
Yeah.
And it can be 45 minutes 3 times a week where Mary's the most important person on the planet.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Well, Barry, the next step really is just to grab some details to get you booked in for our challenge.
Still kind of stuttering, get some details and get you booked in, trying to like almost pull out an objection.
To get you booked in for your very first session, okay?
Amazing.
Cool. What is
Amazing.
your date of birth, Mary?
I'm going to skip over this part because I don't want to give away her information. Just bear with me.
Yeah, I work across the road.
Oh, really? Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Awesome. And what is the postcode for Google?
2284.
2284, cool. Now, well, first session, when are we going to get you booked in?
Once again, listen, this is difficult.
Probably not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
That work?
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to get you started the most convincing.
I'm so relaxed. Yeah, nah, don't worry about it. All good. Just trying to stay as conversational as possible, collecting details.
Time for you so we can create those perfect habits. So not next weekend, so it'll be Sunday's Mother's Day, but the day after.
Yeah, amazing.
Awesome, cool. So what I'll do is I'll touch base. I'll touch base Friday next week to just confirm that first session time. So it's no problems, and you can chop and change anyway. So that's okay. Okay, cool. Now with the payment of $330, are we going to do one payment or do two payments of one?
And typically I ask just $330 Visa or MasterCard, but in our chat leading up to our phone call, she mentioned price would be an issue. So I like to give you the option. Typically I do ask for the payment in full, but it works out in the end.
165, what would work better for you?
I'll just do one.
Yeah, cool. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. With that,
So she's paying $330 today. She's not starting until 10 days time. So all those beliefs, you need to remove them, that people need to come into your gym. People need to pay on the day. Like she's paying now for a program. She's not even paying for the program. Mary is paying to feel like herself, to get motivated, to get fit and to have time for herself.
payment of $330, we're going to use a Visa.
And here it is, my favorite thing. So this derails so many sales calls that I listen to. And I want you to hear just how effortlessly I overcome this. And it's effortless because I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Probably not thousands, 1,000.
Or MasterCard, what would work better for you?
A MasterCard. I don't actually have it with me at the moment though.
That's-
Can I text it through? Is that right?
You sure can. I'm just at my
Ready?
computer entering it through now. We can use a BSB account. Would you have internet banking at all?
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
There it is. Like, can I text it through? Absolutely fucking not. You cannot text it through. Just, I'm at my computer right now entering it, which makes so much sense, right? Do you have a BSB and account number and internet banking? Now, never ask, do you have a BSB and account number? Because they'll say, I don't have it on me. And then if you say, do you have internet banking? For me, that sounds pushy. Just say it in one sentence. Do you have a BSB and account number? And do you have internet banking?
Let me.
If we're going to use a Visa or MasterCard, what would work better for you?
A MasterCard. I don't actually have it with me at the moment though.
That's-
Can I text it through? Is that right?
You sure can. I'm just at my computer entering it through now. We can use a BSB and account. Would you have internet banking at all?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Let me.
Well, I appreciate this. Just while I'm at my computer right now, get it done and then good to go. Cool. What is your BSB?
So it's 637.
I'm going to stop it there for obvious reasons. I'm not going to share her banking over Facebook on a live feed, but that is the phone call, right? Now, it's not as detailed as the script I give my clients when we're solving bigger problems, charging thousands and thousands for the program. But for 28-day programs, 6-week programs, you can do them in 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your skill. And it's just about walking them down a path. Now, I love scripts, but there is certain sections, once you have read the script 1,000 times, once you've done 1,000 phone calls, the sections of the script, you don't have to read them word for word. You're just trying to collect information in each section of the script, tick it off, and then wrap that up in the pitch to make it sound personalized, and then close the deal. Now, would she text the details through? I think so, but there's a chance, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If it was another lady that was skeptical and unsure and she needed to actually think about it, there is no way in hell she texts those details through. So she's paid $330 over the phone. She's not coming, not next Monday, the Monday after. I'll ask for a referral tomorrow and then we're ready to rock and roll. So I really do live and breathe this day in and day out. and anyone can do this. It's a skill you can learn. But I was talking to Brooke the other day on the podcast. She really is the best fitness closure in the country. And it's a belief thing. You have to believe that you can sell these people into your gym over the phone, right? Because she booked in this morning. She became a lead this morning, opted in, booked in a phone call this afternoon. She's a busy mum of 2. Like, if she's coming Monday morning at 6 a.m., not next Monday, the Monday after. And I said, okay, no worries. We'll do it when you come into club. Do you think it would have happened? Absolutely not. You can do this. I know you can. Just practice, role play, use a script, have confidence, believe in what you do. Have a nice night.